Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can sense things about a person's past without them ever saying a word? Especially in dating and relationships, people often reveal more through their behaviour than through their stories. In today's video, we're going to talk about subtle signs that may suggest a woman has had multiple past romantic experiences. This isn't about judging or shaming anyone. It's about understanding emotional patterns, comfort levels, and psychological signals that develop over time. Many women choose not to openly discuss their past because they fear being judged or misunderstood, but the past often leaves quiet traces in the present. One of the first things people notice is how comfortable she seems with closeness and affection. In moments where intimacy begins, she may appear calm, confident, and completely at ease, rather than nervous or unsure. This comfort doesn't automatically mean anything negative, but it can indicate familiarity. When someone has been in several emotional or romantic situations before, their body language often reflects that experience. She may naturally take initiative, move with confidence, and express affection without hesitation. However, it's important not to jump to conclusions, because confidence can also come from personality and self-assurance, not just experience. You might also notice that she seems to understand emotional situations very quickly. She can read moods, sense shifts in energy, and anticipate reactions before words are even spoken. This ability usually develops after dealing with different personalities and emotional dynamics over time. Experience teaches people what certain behaviours lead to, and that awareness can make someone appear emotionally intelligent or highly perceptive. It's not manipulation, it's pattern recognition shaped by past interactions. Another subtle sign can appear during moments of conflict or disagreement. Instead of panicking, overreacting, or becoming overwhelmed, she may remain calm and composed. She knows arguments don't automatically mean the end of a connection. Emotional steadiness often comes from having survived difficult conversations before. When someone has already experienced emotional highs and lows, they learn how to regulate their responses instead of letting emotions control them. Communication style also says a lot. A woman with past relationship experience often values clarity over drama. She may prefer honest conversations, direct questions, and clear expectations. You might hear her say things like she doesn't like wasting time or playing games. This doesn't mean she's cold or detached. It usually means she has learned what works and what doesn't. Experience teaches people that emotional games drain energy and lead nowhere. Boundaries are another important indicator. Instead of being overly open or emotionally dependent, she may have very clear limits. She knows what behaviours she accepts and what she doesn't tolerate. These boundaries are rarely random. They are usually built from past lessons. Pain teaches people where to draw lines. Someone who has been hurt before often becomes more protective of their peace, not less loving. You may also notice that she has a realistic view of love. She doesn't idealize relationships or believe that love alone solves everything. Instead, she values consistency, respect, and emotional safety. Fantasy thinking tends to fade after real experiences replace imagination. This grounded perspective often comes from seeing relationships both succeed and fail, and learning that effort matters more than excitement. Emotional independence is another common trait. She enjoys connection, but she doesn't rely on it to feel complete. She can be alone without feeling lost, and she doesn't cling to attention or validation. This independence often develops after someone has relied emotionally on others in the past and learned the importance of self-stability. It's a sign of growth, not detachment. When relationships end, she may also seem to move forward sooner than expected. That doesn't mean she doesn't feel pain, it means she understands that pain is temporary. People with less experience sometimes struggle longer because every heartbreak feels overwhelming. Experience teaches that healing happens, life continues, and endings don't define worth. Perhaps the most noticeable shift is what she looks for in a partner. Instead of chasing excitement or chaos, she chooses peace. Stability becomes more attractive than unpredictability. Respect matters more than intensity. This preference often comes from having experienced emotional extremes and realizing that calm, secure connections lead to happiness in the long run. At the end of the day, having a past doesn't lower anyone's value. Experience can create emotional intelligence, maturity, and self-awareness. What truly matters is not how many relationships someone has had, but what they learn from them. Growth, accountability, and character are far more important than numbers. Understanding these signs isn't about judgment, it's about awareness, empathy, and making healthier emotional choices moving forward.